one breaking into other people's homes. Now answer my question. What did you do with the madam?
The pain rings and resonates through my already sore body. Still, I managed to write it out and spit a mutinous
You. Keep that dirty mouth babbling and you're getting a knife in the kidney. I assure you it will be more painful than this.
He really doesn't need to threaten me by now. It's all too much to bear at this point. My lungs feel like they're burning with the lack of air. Dark sparks begin to fill the edges of my vision. Ever so slowly, the world around me dims. No! No! My consciousness rapidly slips away from me. And without meaning to...
Get away from him!
Isabella! Hearing that voice, it's as if I've been doused with a bucket full of ice, cold water. Familiar, too familiar. And more importantly, it should not be here. I should not be hearing it here. She should not be here. Immediately, my eyes snap open. What are you doing here? What the hell? And right there, right on the attic's doorway, stands Isabella of all the people. A rolling pin on one hand and a standard issue police taser on the other. My taser. Oh, that means she met Marianne on the way. She must have borrowed it from McCullough. Where else could she have gotten one? I doubt she has ever used one, even. Hell, the way she holds it right now, this guy can easily disarm her in one hit. But there's something in her eyes. Although there's a look of fear in them and her eyes shakes, she keeps the weapon pointed at Scumbag's lackey. Untrained or not, she does not plan to leave here without putting up a fight. It seems admirable, really, but it's just not something we need right now. I need her to be away from here. I need her safe. But the chances of that happening grow slim with every laughter that slips from him.
Oh, this is just getting better and better.
I knew, god damn it, I knew the butler was somehow very suspicious right from the beginning, and I told it. I said it at the beginning. The first time I saw him, I said, this guy is strange, is weird.
The bratwurst won't be pleased with the number of bodies we have to dispose of today, you know. Tell me, how many of you are there? So I can prepare the proper number of bags.
Damn it. What the fuck is going on? Why is she here in the first place? Did she follow after me? Panic surges within me. She knows how bad the situation is. But did she really have to run in here and expose herself like that? Does she even know how to use a taser, for fuck's sakes? More than worrying for my life, it's her I'm concerned about. Getting strangled, dying by choking is not part of the plan, but her following me here, it's not either. This is why I prefer to do things alone. This is why I'd rather be the only one to take the consequences. I don't even want to think what this bastard might do to her after he's done with me. So, my voice comes up nearly a croak. I try to tell her as much. She has to leave. Stay far away from here and these people.
Don't! Damn it, Isabella! Get out of here!
Another bout of pain erupts in my side, cutting off my words. A cry of agony bursts from my mouth. I can taste blood in my tongue as I heave, attempting to get in as much air despite the towel still coiled around my neck.
Ash?
You're going to lose air quickly that way, Dummkopf. Better keep it shut.
Come on!
Get out! 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 Val!
Something needs to happen! Goddamn, now would be a good time for the ghost to appear.
Don't be stupid! I'm not leaving you here!
He laughs, too cruel, too unforgiving. The way each note beats against my ear in spite of the warmth in them sends chills down my spine. This is a man whose hands have already been stained with blood before. He won't hesitate.
I'd follow his advice if I were you, little girl. What could you possibly do with a toy? Just hand it over and be on your way. It'll probably be too difficult for a little girl like you to use.
There's a moment of silence. Fuck, I can barely keep my eyes open. But in the next second, though I still don't exactly understand what's happening, Isabella shouts. Not a cry of pain. Achievement unlocked, late bloomer. Not a yell of panic, but one that's resolute, firm. Perhaps in that tone that leaves fiercer than any I've heard from her before.
Try me.
Ah shit, she means business.
Ashton, duck!
And I do! More out of instinct and desire to survive, closing my eyes before my mind can fully process what's going on. It all appears in a blur. The telltale sound of a taser being discharged resounds through the room. Air crackles. Something whizzes by, almost too close to my ear, followed by the thud of something blunt and connecting solidly with another object. I'm gonna call. She missed. The next thing I know, the tower strangling me has started to loosen. Or not? Yay! She saved us! Awesome! I collapsed on the floor, dazed and gasping for air. From my peripheral, through the haze of blood rushing and sounds slowly filtering back, the butler buckles. He spams once. Then, without much fuss, falls face first beside me, knocked out unconsciously by 50,000 volts of electricity and a fucking rolling pin. He'll be held for a while. I have no idea whether I should laugh or cry at that. Thank God he's still alive. Somewhere in front of me, my oxygen-deprived brain vaguely registers Isabella's form. She slumps on the floor, also breathing heavily. Right next to her trembling hands, both the taser and the rolling pin lie useless and forgotten, while the mood in the room eases. A long, gradual process of the tension lifting. For countless seconds, we remain quiet, with only the short gaps inside to fill the silence, allowing the adrenaline ebb away and both our breathings to slow. Not a true repose by any means, but simply a brief respite. There's still the curse. We're still inside the mansion, in imminent danger. We still have no idea how to fix this. Outside, the rain seems to only intensify. Lightning flashes fleetingly somewhere, white and piercing, and the sky rumbles. No rest for the wicked. Oh, thank God. I thought Hash was gonna die. Let's take a break. Alright. I stir first. Once recovered, having regained some semblance of sense and strength. Breathing still hurts, but it's bearable, as it's moving. Although every small motion causes a wince, there will be bruising tomorrow. I can manage. Retrieving my gun from under the bed is easy, but only with some effort. I am able to drag an unconscious man to the far end of the room, snapping one end of a handcuff on his wrist, while fastening the other on the bed frame. Ah, thank God. He was about to kill us, that dirtbag. That should keep him restrained for a few hours, in case wakes up prematurely. All through this, Isabella stays quiet. In fact, she has not even moved since. Her hands still shake and taking in long draws of breath while she stares vacantly in front of her, almost as if she's in shock. Perhaps she's not even expecting any result, spurred only by some kind of desperation. Now it's sinking in. Unfortunately, we need to get moving. We don't have time to wait for everything to register in our heads. Kneeling in front of her, I give her a light shake.
Belle, we need to go. We can't stay here.
Slowly she turns, staring at me wide eyes. Worry flickers briefly in them along with something ineffable. Then without warning, she lifts a hand and slaps me right across the face. Ow. The sound of it cracks the air, shattering the silence like a fragile glass breaking. Despite the familiar rumble of thunder outside, it manages to ring louder above the storm. Dang. I don't even know what hit me until my head has already snapped back and my cheek with stings with her anger. And it is anger. In spite of the stillness and the lack of words afterwards. Not fuming though, never fuming, but the kind that burns lightly and soundlessly. A frustration instead of a seething rage. One that ebbs just as quickly as it flows, and once the tide subsides, there's only that gleam in her eyes, warm, steadfast, and unflinching. Quietly, I brace myself for the truth underneath that gaze. It slips from her lips softly, nearly fading out the sound of the rain still falling fast, if not for the weight in each of her
What
words.
is wrong with you?
Belle,
If your bartender friend hadn't slipped up, no one would have known where you went.
Belle, one person knowing is enough. Any more than that, and
You almost died!
Yeah, she saved us. Can't be mad at her, she saved us.
He could have suffocated you right then and there, and you could have died. And by the time anyone ever finds out, you're already fertilizer.
Yep. She trails off, drags one indrawn breath after another. A brief lull as her frustration finally gives, dissolve into something more pensive and somber. Her shoulders droop, and though her voice rises hoarse and weary, in her next words there's only certainty. What? Her shoulder droops? Is that the word? I think it's more drop, right? You made a mistake here. Anyway.
You count too, you know. When I said, that night when I told you I don't want to lose anyone anymore, that includes you, alive.
Aww.
I'm still here, Ash. You have me.
And once their mini fall row, it does so not with force of dam breaking or a raging storm, but with the gentle, steady warmth of her heart burning. An ember easing slowly, lightly, rising and giving until all that's left is truth and understanding. Not alone. Never alone. It lingers, even as we both drift back into silence and her words take root, because in this gratitude that swells after is another warmth blooming. Pleasant, welcoming, like finding home, like finding ourselves in the haze a squall has left, creating something fragile yet immutable in both of us. It's in her eyes, in the way she holds my gaze, unwavering, in the way she carries herself despite sitting amidst a place she fears, in the way she keeps herself from trembling and falling apart because fear is inconsequential when people she cares about are at risk. A change. She realized that now, holds on to it. Another little thing, another small thing from her that may go unnoticed and pass by quietly, but will eventually amount to a lot of things. Tiny gestures that mean nothing at first, but began to matter to me one day until... oh. Despite myself, a small smile slips from my lips, and the same warmth from earlier unfurls in my chest. Unhurried, familiar and bright from all these years I've carried it, but I've never given words for it.
Stop smiling like that, Ashton. I'm not done scolding you.
But this time they come easy.
I heard all of it. Don't worry.
Are you really okay? That guy hit you a little too hard on the head.
Yeah, he did it pretty hard.
Here, let me...
I reach up just as she extends a hand towards my face, catching her wrist in a light grip, drawing it closer and folding her in her hand in between mine. Although her